It's easy to shine when you compare yourself to something rusty. My accuracy compared to the Wall Street consensus has dominated, and it's hardly a fair fight given the street regularly spoon feeds NVIDIA with beatable expectations. I need to find someone or something a bit more sophisticated to compare my estimates to. No, not that. That camera's from 1965. That's when computer centers looked more like this, and these days, NVIDIA has ensured that they look more like this and has become the world's most valuable company while doing it. AI is at the center of the current tech revolution in general. While megatech companies like Meta, Google, and Microsoft spend on infrastructure, non-public companies like OpenAI and xAI have been hard at work creating their own products and spending hundreds of billions of dollars along the way. The result so far is a relatively sophisticated yet unreliable agent meant to perform some tasks. It has come far enough that any coherent text post longer than 5 sentences will be accused of being AI generated, and people are starting to rely on that output from these models without even checking for themselves. GPT-5 was recently released, and it's the latest and greatest from OpenAI, so I decided to introduce the model to my public Reddit estimates and ask it to create its own analysis on NVIDIA's upcoming earnings to find a worthy adversary. So here's the competition. The model delivered. After some prompting and follow-up questions, the model produced a full estimate for NVIDIA's upcoming earnings report and gave reasoning for each decision. The competition is now a three-way battle between me, the street, and GPT-5. Accuracy will be measured by taking the distance from the actual numbers for EPS and total revenue, with the closest estimate for each metric winning. So getting into the numbers, here's where the three opponents stand about 2 weeks before the report. For the street, analyst consensus has shifted recently as reports are coming out about NVIDIA finally receiving the license to sell in China. Yahoo Finance currently reports that the estimates for EPS and total revenue are $1 per share and $45.7 billion respectively, a slight boost from before the license update. For myself, my estimates for Q2 are slightly higher than the street. Remember, those are sandbagged estimates. But analysts are more hopeful about Q3 than I am right now. More on that will be in a separate video. I'm looking for about $46.4 billion in Q2 revenue and EPS of about $1.03, slightly ahead of the street. But GPT-5 is even more bullish. When asked for a headline EPS and total revenue number, GPT-5 output a whopping $46.8 billion for total revenue and an equally bullish EPS figure of 1.05. When asked for a breakdown by segment for revenue, similar to my analysis, GPT was exceptionally bullish on data centers this quarter, saying the following. Blackwell ramp fully realized this quarter, hyperscaler demand remains strong, China restricted but offset by US strength. So the final table looks like this. The street is still the least aggressive for the current quarter, while my estimates come in a bit higher. If NVIDIA can pull off the numbers GPT-5 is looking for, the stock may soar higher. For the stock, though, eyes will be on Q3 guidance, which is not a metric in this competition, and I cover more in my written posts. So which estimate do you think will come in the closest? Make sure to come back to the channel after the results August 27th to see the winner. If you want to see the in-depth analysis behind the estimates, consider checking out my Reddit or my Patreon. If you just want to see the competition play out each quarter, consider subscribing so you don't miss an update. If you're still watching, I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.